welcome back to Worship Time with me, Karen. Now, I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks, but I hope you've had a really good Christmas. And over the next couple of weeks, we're going to have some fun exploring some Bible stories together again. Now, can anybody guess what I'm sat in? I've got some blankets and I've hung them up on some stands. Any idea what I've made? That's right, I've made a tent, haven't I? I wonder who likes playing in a tent. Look, I've even brought some cushions with me and I've brought my teddies to share my tent. And don't forget, I've got some food so we can have a picnic inside our tent as well. Now, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to find out about people in the Bible that God sent out. And the first person that we're going to find out today is a man called Abraham. And guess what? He lived in a tent. A little bit like this, but probably a bit bigger. Now, he had a wife called Sarah, and they loved God. And one day, God said to Abraham, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to a land I will show you." Wow, that's a really tricky thing to do, isn't it? To give up your home? But Abraham and Sarah wanted to follow God. So with all their helpers, they packed their things and off they went. They followed God, living in their tent wherever God led them. Now one night, when the sky was dark, God spoke to Abraham again. And he said, "Look up and see the stars." Now, when we look up into the sky at night, we might only spot one star at first. But when we let our eyes look even closer and more carefully, more and more stars appear until there are hundreds and thousands of them all shining in the sky. And God said to Abraham, "I will make your family as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give them all these lands." Wow, that's a big promise to make. But God did just that. Abraham continued to follow God, and God blessed him with a big family and gave them a land to live in. So maybe if you ever go camping one day or the next time you build a den at home, remember the story of Abraham and how he left his home and stepped out in faith, living his life, following God. Isn't it a great reminder that God blessed Abraham for following him? That God had a plan for Abraham's life, and that when Abraham gave up his home and he trusted in God, good things happened. Let's pray together. Dear God, thank you that you have a plan for our lives. Help us to follow you. Amen. Well, children, that's fantastic. I hope you have lots of fun. Maybe you can have a go at making a tent or a den at home with your family. Now, before you go, why don't we sing a little song together? Perhaps you can march around your den. Maybe I might do that and you can join in with me. Here we go. Let's do our statue song before we finish.
Round and round we run. We're God's children having fun. Then a loud voice shouts, "Now stop!" And we stand still like a statue. Round and round we run. We're God's children having fun. Then a loud voice shouts, "Now stop!" And we stand still like a statue. Round and round we run. We're God's children having fun. Then a loud voice shouts, "Now stop!" And we stand still like a statue. Round and round we run. We're God's children having fun. Then a loud voice shouts, now stop! And we stand still like a statue. Round and round and round we run. We're God's children having fun. Then a loud voice shouts, now stop! And we stand still like a statue.
Bye everybody, see you next time.